There once was a boy who was never frightened, for he had not enough sense to be scared.
That's me.
One day, Hans and his big sister were walking home after dark.
The wind howled, and the trees creaked and groaned. The road led past a graveyard, where the moon lit up rows of tombstones.
Hans' sister began to quiver and quake.
Oh, this place gives me the willies.
The Willies? What are the Willies?
Do I have to tell you everything? The willies are when you get so scared, you shiver and shake.
Well, I never had anything like that. I wish I would get the Willies, so I know what it feels like.
But the more Hans thought it over, the more he wondered about the Willies, and the more he wished he could have them. One day, he told himself,
If I want the Willies, I had better go look for them.
So, bye to his family.
Bye everyone.
What a fool.
I can't believe he's my son.
Or mine!
And he started down the road.
Hans walked for many days. Everyone he met, he asked.
Hey, can you give me the Willies?
Many tried, but none could.
At last, he came to the king's castle and stood before the king.
Your Majesty, can you give me the Willies?
Of course I can. I'm the king.
The king waved his royal scepter.
I command you to have the Willies.
Hans waited.
But nothing happened.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I still don't have them.
Oh well, at least I know where you can get them. On the other side of my kingdom is a haunted castle. If you spend the night there, you are sure to get the Willies.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
There's just one problem. No one who goes there ever leaves through the night. But if you stay alive and break the spell, you'll find the castle treasure.
That's fine with me, as long as I get the Willies.
It was midnight when Hans reached the castle. The towers cast eerie shadows under the full moon.
The drawbridge lowered itself at Hans' feet. Creak, boom.
Seems like a friendly place.
As Hans entered the great hall, a fire sprang to life in the huge fireplace. Boom!
Hans pulled up a chair and settled himself to wait.
Now, I'm sure to get the Willies.
The clock in the great hall struck 1. Dung.
A voice boomed out behind him.
Hans looked around and saw two men playing cards. One had a long black cloak and the other had a furry face.
Would you care to join our game? It's been so long since we had anyone to play with.
Hans took a seat.
Certainly. It will pass the time. While I'm waiting for the Willies.
I will explain the rules. If my furry friend wins, he will rip you to shreds. If I win, I will drink your blood. If you win, let you leave.
Sounds fair to me.
The furry man took out the cards.
They played for almost an hour.
In the end, the cloak man won.
I want to drink your blood.
He moved closer to Hans, showing two long pointy teeth.
I think you cheated.
Hans reached for the pointy teeth and broke them off. Snap!
Yow!
And the man ran out of the hall.
The furry man leaped at Hans, but Hans sprang away and the man flew past, right out an open window.
Hans heard a dull thud. Then he went and settled himself again before the fire.
I enjoyed the game. But when do I get the Willies?
The clock struck 2. Ding, ding.
From up the chimney came a deep voice.
Look out below!
Something huge came falling down, swerved to miss the fire, and thump! Landed before the fireplace.
It was a giant body with no arms or legs or head.
Thump, 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 thump.
2 giant legs and 2 giant arms landed next to it.
Thump!
A giant head landed by the rest.
I get it. It's a puzzle, and I have to put it together. I get it.
Hans heaved the 2 giant legs and stuck them onto the body. Snap, snap.
Hey!
It was the giant head talking.
You got the shoes pointing out.
Oh, sorry.
He switched the legs. Snap! Snap!
Then he stuck on the arms and the head. Snap, snap.
The giant jumped up.
The spell is broken. You're the only one ever to get me together. The others all died of fright long before this. Now, follow me to the castle treasure.
Hans put him to the doorway.
The giant led him to the courtyard and pointed to a shovel under a tree.
Dig there.
You dig there?
The giant dug till he uncovered 3 pots of gold.
The giant took the pots of gold and set them down in the great hall.
One is for the king, one is for the poor, and one is for you.
First the head, then the arms and legs, then the giant body.
Some folks just can't keep things together. Am I right?
Hans went back to his chair before the fire, curled up in it and sighed.
It's nice to be rich, I guess. But when will I ever get the Willies?
And that is how Hans stayed alive, broke the spell, and found the treasure.
When the king had the tale, he let Hans castle, and when Hans grew up, he married the king's daughter.
Within a year, they had triplets.
3 fine sons.
Curious, would you like to name them?
Certainly. Their names will be Willie, Willie, and Willie.
But why all the same?
Because now I'll have the Willies.
Ugh.
Ugh.